The day BUDUDA's rats got a bus to trouble. Once upon a time, thousands of years ago, in the high hills of BUDUDA, where mist hugged the mountains and rivers sang through the valleys, a great storm came. For days the rain wouldn't stop. The hills were soaked, rivers were swelling, and then the ground gave way. Landslides and falling rocks tore through parts of the village. Houses cracked, roads washed out, and families had to pack what they could and shift to safer ground. In the middle of it all were two small explorers everyone knew. Kaka, the white rat with her blue bandana and woven bag, Masaba. The brown rat with his trusty green bandana and backpack. They'd helped carry seeds and messages for neighbours during the storm, but with food scarce and the hills still unstable, Masaba looked at Kaka and said, "Masaba, BUDUDA isn't safe for us right now. Let's go to Manafwa, new place, better life." Kaka nods, tightening her bag. "Together then, we'll find work and food." Waiting at BUDUDA stage. So they made their way to the BUDUDA stage at dawn. The air still smelled of wet earth and smoke. Kaka and Masaba on the slippery road without a shelter, stamping their feet to stay warm. Kaka, with her blue bandana tighter, "Do you think the bus will come?" Masaba adjusts his backpack. It always does. Even after landslides, people gotta move. They watched the muddy road. After a while, a bright yellow bus came rumbling down the hill, splashing water, horn beeping. The bus was of BUDUDA to Manafwa, the yellow bus ride. They hurried and hopped on. It was packed with people, baskets, sacks of beans, and a few animals. Right across from them sat two goats, one white with brown spots, one all grey, chewing quietly. And tucked under the seat in front, a rust-coloured fox, half asleep, trying to look inconspicuous. At first everyone was wary, but the road was long. Kaka and Masaba were chatting as goats were staring at them. "You guys headed to Manafwa too?" Goat as munches. "Yep, my cousin has a farm there. You?" Masaba, looking for a fresh start. The fox peeked out. Fox, "Mind if I join the snack circle?" By the time they reached Manafwa, Kaka, Masaba, the two goats, and the fox were laughing, swapping stories, and promising to meet again in town. The Manafwa town was a busy town, people selling lots of food like malaware, coffee, malwa, maize, meat, rice, bananas, cassava, and much tomatoes. They moved together in the market for a while. Since we're freshers in Manafwa town, the fox had to orient them. Later in the market, they sent bye-bye to each other. They wandered past stalls of mangoes, beans and spices until... jackpot. A wooden table piled high with bright red tomatoes. A sign read, "Tomato, 100 FCFA. Kaka whispers, "Do you think anyone's watching?" Masaba nods toward a dozing chicken. Perfect time, quick and quiet. They glanced left, glanced right. Kaka opened her woven bag. Masaba unzipped his backpack. In 3 seconds flat, 6 tomatoes disappeared. Mission complete. But just as they turned to run, it was the same fox from the bus. He'd smelled tomatoes and remembered his new rat friends. Fox showed them and said, "Hey, stop those thieves!" He yowled so loud the whole market froze. The tomato vendor dropped her basket, kids pointed, chickens squawked, Kaka and Masaba bolted down the dirt road past yams and onions. The fox was fast, but the rats were smarter. They darted between legs, slid under baskets, and leapt over a sleeping goat. One of the goats from the bus even bleated. Not them! They shared cassava. But the crowd was already running. Masaba spotted an escape. A pile of empty sacks near the well. Masaba, "In here, now." They dove in and pulled the sack over themselves. The fox skidded to a stop, sniffing. The crowd gathered, panting. Just then, a clever hen walked by and pecked one of the tomatoes that had rolled out of Kaka's bag. Vendor. Ah, the tomatoes are rolling away by themselves. Everyone laughed and went back to their stalls. The fox, embarrassed, slunk off, but winked at Kaka and Masaba later. That night, Kaka and Masaba sat on the roof of a thatched house in Manafwa, sharing the stolen tomatoes under the moon. The two goats showed up too with fresh greens. Kaka, we should probably pay next time. Masaba grins, tossing her a tomato, or just find a friendlier vendor and maybe apologise to the fox. Fox from below, I'm still telling this story. And so, for thousands of years to come, they were remembered as the sneaky tomato twins. The kids in the village even left out a little bowl of scraps for them, as long as they promised to stop causing market chaos.